2 days, two entirely different ball games at Progressive Field. But a win tonight will give the Tribe a series win against the Bronx Bombers. Justin Masterson gets the ball tonight, looking for back-to-back victories after going winless in the months of May and June. We've got the rubber match of this three-game set next on Channel 3. On a warm summer night in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, the Indians and the Yankees wrap up this three-game series. It's the rubber match as the Tribe will try to make it 2 out of 3 against the Bronx Bombers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Indians won the opener in thrilling fashion. Last night was kind of a clunker if you're a Tribe fan. Yankees had the big second inning and sailed to the easy win behind CC Sabathia. Now game 3 tonight, Rick, and the Indians will get a bat back in their lineup. Matt Laporta activated from the disabled list. But what can you really expect? He didn't have a rehab assignment. He's been down for 2 weeks, and bang, he's right back in the lineup.
Well, I think offensively they've been struggling, so they just want to get any bat they can into the lineup. That is where he twisted his right ankle. He went down. He was swinging the bat pretty well when he did go on the disabled list. So Matt Laporta coming back tonight. Josh Judy was optioned back to Columbus. So Laporta this year with 8 home runs, 31 RBIs, they're going to be happy to have his bat back in the lineup. But we don't know how ready he will be.
And, of course, the Indians will have to make yet another roster move tomorrow when Zach McAllister makes his Major League debut, filling in for Fausto Carmona in the Indians starting rotation. All right, one thing we know for certain tonight. Look out for Curtis Granderson because he's been on a tear, especially when he faces the Indians this year.
Well, you know, he played against the Indians for many years when he came up with the Tigers. And one game in New York, he had 4 hits. He's using the whole field. He not only does it that way, he has power. Hit 2 home runs in a ball game last night, 3 in this series to this point. But what a year he has had. Leading the American League in runs scored. He has scored 10 runs against the Indians this year in just 6 games, hitting .462, 5 home runs. I don't know what you say, but what do? You pitch around him. You got Teixeira, you got A-Rod. You got to make quality pitches to this guy because he is awfully hot.
All right, and the guy that's going to have to make those quality pitches for the Tribe tonight is Justin Masterson, coming off a masterful performance against the Cincinnati Reds. And we take a look at our pitching matchup tonight, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Designed, tested, and proven to be the best trucks we've ever built. Ram.
Well, Phil Hughes also coming off the disabled list today. In 3 starts, he is 2-0 against the Indians in his career, but he struggled mightily earlier in the year. He was not throwing the fastball about 88 miles an hour. He's been up to about 92 in his rehabs. He will be facing Justin Masterson, who's coming off a win. The offense finally got him some runs in Cincinnati. He was out there dealing against the Reds in Cincy. He had a fine job, and he finally got him a win after, I think, 10 or 11 starts. So hopefully they can get him a few runs early, and maybe the big man can take care of it.
That would certainly be nice to see the Indians get out to the early lead here tonight against the New York Yankees as they wrap up the series against the Bronx Bombers. Derek Jeter, as he closes in on 3,000 hits, said he wouldn't even start thinking about it until he got to a point where he could get enough hits in one game to get to 3,000. He feels he's there. Will he get 4 hits and reach that milestone tonight? Find out coming up next. always fun when the Indians and Yankees get together. And here tonight, the rubber match of the 3-game series. The Indians winning game 1, the Yankees storming back to take last night's game. And now it's up for grabs. The series comes down to Justin Masterson against Phil Hughes. Hughes coming off the DL to make the start. Masterson has been in a pretty good groove here of late. He hasn't had a lot to show for it because of the troubles the offense has had. But, boy, when they scored him some runs in Cincinnati, it's a whole different looking game, isn't it?
It certainly is. He just breezed through his last start, 8 innings, 4 hits, and gave up 1 run. But they scored him some runs, and it makes it a lot easier.
Of course, Masterson will have his hands full with the Yankees lineup that is very, very potent, as we have witnessed already in the first 2 games of this series. So how does he go about attacking the Bronx Bombers? Here's Katie Witham with Indians pitching coach Tim Belcher, and more on that.
Thanks, Matt. Well, Tim, New York comes in here with boasting one of the arguably best lineups out there. You've seen them twice now, but how difficult is this lineup really?
They're tough. I mean, every lineup in this league is tough to game plan against. But when you're game planning against particularly their first 4 or 5 hitters, I mean, for Joe Girardi to show up every day and to be able to write down Jeter and Rodriguez, Teixeira, Granderson, Cano, those 5 names every day, I mean, doesn't get much tougher than that. And, you know, the fact that Teixeira switch hits and they both, or all those first 5 hit lefties as well as they do righties, it presents a lot of problems.
Well, Indians took game 1. They took last night's game. Justin Masterson is on the mound for the Tribe tonight. How well does he match up out there?
You know what? When he's on his game, he matches up with anybody. You know, when he's throwing strikes and his sinker's working, he can match up with anybody. The thing he's got to do is just make sure that he mixes in enough inside and out, you know, and kind of rock guys back and forth. You know, when you're facing a lineup of hitters like those guys, even though, you know, if you got superior stuff that day, you know, good pitching can beat good hitting almost any day. You just can't live in one spot with these guys. You know, if you're getting, for instance, if you're getting Alex out down and away the first 2 or 3 at bats, you better mix something inside and rock him back and forth the next time up. Otherwise, he'll step across home plate and hit one out in the right field seats. He can do that, and all those guys in that lineup are capable of doing that.
Well, and the thing with Masterson, I know a lot of people have been talking about the fact that he just now came up with his first win since last April, but he's a guy that's really been pitching well. I mean, what does it say about him just mentally being so tough that he's been able to continue to pitch that well, even though he just came up with that first win?
Yeah, it says a lot about his mental toughness, says a lot about his confidence, and just, you know, his overall attitude. I mean, you know as well as I do, he's a glass half full guy and always is. You know, for most people to go through a 8, 10, 11 game stretch without a win would be difficult. Even though he's pitched well, he handled it very well. And just, you know, hey, there's certain things that are out of your control as a starting pitcher. And you can't control in this league how much we score. You can't control the defense. Once the ball's out of your hand, it's pretty much out of your hands. So he handled it well, and he certainly pitched well enough to win during that stretch, but just didn't.
All right, Tim, we appreciate your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
guys,
Katie.
We'll send it back up to you.
All right, thanks, Katie. So Justin Masterson knows what's ahead of him here tonight. But the question is, do the New York Yankees know what's ahead of them? Because Masterson has been really pitching well. Joe Girardi's starting lineup tonight looks like this. Derek Jeter will lead it off. Then it's Curtis Granderson, followed by Mark Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, and then Nick Swisher, followed by Jorge Posada, Russell Martin, and Brett Gardner.
Justin Masterson making his 18th start this year. He evened his record in his last start to 6-6. And that win against Cincinnati, we told you, they finally scored him some runs. It was an 8-2 victory for the Indians over the Reds. Justin Masterson, his last start came May 30th of last year in Yankee Stadium, did not receive a decision. In his career, he is 1-2 against the Yanks, a .380 earned run average. He'll have 5 left-handers to deal with in that lineup tonight. And left-handers have hit Masterson at a .306 clip this year. So if he can control them, he may have some success. Let's take a look at the Indians' defense, brought to you by Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, saluting the men and women defending our country and watching on the Armed Forces Network. Brantley is in left, Sizemore is in center, Kearns in right, Chisenhall at third, as Drubel back at short, which is a good sign. Orlando at second, Laporta makes a start back at first. Coming off the DL, Santana is behind the plate.
Marty Foster calling the balls and strikes tonight. Bill Welke is at first. Mike Estabrook at second. The acting crew chief, Jeff Nelson, down at third. And we're just about ready to go as Masterson gets the go-ahead from Marty Foster, and tonight's first pitch is up high at the letters to Derek Jeter for ball one. 85 degrees, our game time temperature tonight here at Progressive Field. Light breeze looks to be blowing out toward right center. Jeter cuts and misses. It's 1-1.
Derek Jeter 4 hits away. He has had success against Masterson in his career, 5 for 12 in 3 ribbies.
Swung on and missed. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That's why right-handers have such a tough time against him. That ball just bearing in on their hands.
Jeter said he thought it was big, at least for him, to get that first hit last night. Get it out of the way. Missed down and in. And even though it was a little dribbler, well, he said, I don't care. He said, as long as they don't catch him, I don't care what they look like. They're all hits.
Well, he started the first 2 games off that way. One was a barehanded play last night that went for a hit. The first one was an error.
Popped up foul. Matt Laporta gives it a look, but it's out of play. So you had Jeter, who spent 2 weeks on the DL, came back and said he definitely felt the nerves. And Matt Laporta, same way. He's just off the DL today without a rehab assignment of any kind. Jeter did go and play a couple of games in the minors to get himself tuned up. But Laporta activated today after a couple of good workout days here at Progressive Field. Jeter strikes out to start the game.
Boy, he didn't give him much swinging room, did he? Let's check it out on our Time Warner cable pitch tracker. And that just bears inside. That one had a little more movement than most. It just, there you see the good movement. It starts in the strike zone. It ends up down around mid-calf and gets the strikeout. And he just stayed inside on Jeter.
Curtis Granderson looks at a strike. Man, he has had some kind of year overall, but in particular against the Indians. We showed you his numbers at the top of our telecast. It's swatted right to center field, and Grady Sizemore makes the catch, 2 down. Mark Teixeira looks at a ball down low. Teixeira 3 for 9. Shift on 3 on the right side. Takes a strike. Justin fires. Pops in and out of the glove of Carlos Santana, who's spent a lot of time at first base. And Lou Marson has done most of the catching work with Laporta sideline. Now with Laporta back, Rick, it kind of changes things up as Teixeira fouls that down the right side. Santana goes back behind the plate.
Well, that's the
Marson
manager's
goes to
job.
the bench.
Well, that's the manager's job, man. He actually got to find ways to keep Marson catching, who's done a nice job. Santana in there, and now Laporta coming back.
Right into the teeth of the shift, an easy hop for Orlando Cabrera. Yankees go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. No score in Cleveland. Indians come to bat, bottom half of the first inning. And the Indians starting lineup brought to you by Progressive Insurance, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. And for Manny Acton tonight, Michael Brantley as Dribble Cabrera and Travis Hafner. Then Carlos Santana, Grady Sizemore, and Orlando Cabrera, followed by Lonnie Chisenhall, Matt Laporta, and Austin Kearns.
Well, 25-year-older Phil Hughes is coming off the disabled list and making his 4th start this year. He had shoulder tightness earlier in the year. He was throwing 87, 88. He was way down. They were concerned about him. He did 3 rehab starts. Coming out, he was up to about 92, 93, where they feel comfortable with him. So we will see. In his career, 2-0 against the Indians in 3 starts. So you don't know what to expect from Hughes. And I'll tell you, if they get this guy back and he can pitch like he did last year because he won 18 games, boy, what a find that would be. But you don't know if he's going to pitch like that.
His first fastball at 92 miles an hour to Michael Brantley. Misses outside with the off-speed pitch.
He has a fastball, curveball, changeup is where he will attack you with. And when he's on his game, he's tough.
The 1-1 bounced just foul first base side.
All right, the man in blue making a nice play with no glove right there and going to hand out a souvenir. Good play.
Give him a glove.
He didn't need one.
Brantley down on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hughes fires. And Martin smothers it.
You know, don't know. Didn't have a chance to ask if he would be on a limited pitch count tonight. You know, usually his first start back maybe 75 to 85, I would think, after only making 3 rehab starts. But we'll see how it goes. That's
down
why
low.
That first time through the lineup, if you can make him work and get him deep in the count like Michael Brantley has done here, it would be a good thing to try and get into that bullpen.
Made 88 pitches in his last rehab start, Rick, so yeah, I don't know that he'd be able to go a full 100 tonight or not. The 3-2, nope, steps away. And so much of that is predicated on the stress level of the pitches during the game, too. 3-2.
Oh, boy.
As Dribble Cabrera waits on deck, then Travis Hafner here in the first. Great to see Cabrera back in the lineup tonight after the scare he had when he rolled the ankle in last night's game. Katie Witham will have more on that in a moment. Here's the 3-2. Up high, ball 4. And while as Dribble Cabrera makes his way to the plate, Katie Witham has the latest on the Indians' red-hot shortstop.
Yeah, guys, I spoke with Indians head athletic trainer Lonnie Soloff. He told me last night just a mild right ankle sprain. They immediately put him in the hydrostatic therapy pool to push out all the fluids. As a result of that, he really had no swelling. As Dribble told me, they put a good tape job on him today. He's feeling good. As far as the day off, Manny Acton did say he will get a break at some point during the Blue Jays series. Guys.
Okay, thanks, Katie. As Dribble shoots it right back to the screen. I know in talking with him before the game, too, Rick, you would never know there was anything wrong. He had a big smile. He was upbeat. He said, hey, I'm fine. I'll give it a go.
He's an everyday player, man. You have to play through aches and pains in this game.
The key with something like that, as you well know, I'm sure you rolled an ankle once or twice in your lifetime, you don't want to do it immediately in the next couple of days. You want to try it at all costs to not roll it again.
I'm sure it's heavily taped.
That's a base hit into center field, and Michael Brantley stops at second. So the Indians get their first 2 aboard here in inning number 1. And, boy, that was a nice, easy approach by Cabrera.
Sometimes when you have to be a little laid back or a little slower because you may have a little injury, watch how easy it is. But he hit that ball upstairs, 93 miles an hour, but up at the top of the strike zone. Easy pitch for Cabrera to just poke it into center field. So the Indians off to a good start. First and second, nobody out.
2 on, nobody out. Travis Hafner to the plate. Pronk 1 for 7 in the series. Looks at a strike over the outside part of the plate. Boy, he had a great cut, but just missed squaring it up, and it goes right back to the screen.
Again, another pitch that's up in the zone, and maybe they want to go there with Hafner. It looked like Martin had his glove, throwing it up there, but, well, that's not where you want to keep your fastball. Cabrera got a base hit up there, but he may change the eye level, see if he gets him to swing at a little curveball here.
A little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Philip Hughes banged around right out of the gate this year. In his first 3 starts, they came against Detroit, Boston, and Baltimore. And he gave up 16 runs in 10 in the 3rd innings.
Yeah, they knew there wasn't something right from the start. They thought maybe he'd pitch his way through it. He certainly did not. And then a long time on the disabled list.
And this is coming off a year in which he went 18-8.
Yeah. Well, he was nasty out there. 18-8. You think about it.
Well, he's only the 2nd Yankees pitcher, age 24 or younger, in the last 45 years to win 18 games in a season. Andy Pettit. There's the other. 2 on, nobody out. 1-2 to Hafner. Ground ball single into left field. Brantley coming around third will be waved home. Gardner's throw to the plate is cut off by Rodriguez, and the Indians take a 1-0 lead as the first 3 reach in the first inning, and Hafner has his 31st RBI on the year.
Love the approach. Love the approach with 2 strikes. Hafner just sitting back, catbird seat, and he got a pitch away that he liked, and he goes the other way. This is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it because the Indians score in the first inning. They get the early lead, and you have to like that. They wanted it up and in. He got that ball out over the plate, so it made it much easier for Hafner to go the other way. If he gets it in where he wants to, he probably jams him. He doesn't. The ball gets through. Brantley comes in to score. The Indians take a 1-0 lead.
Carlos Santana takes a strike. Remember, the Indians have had a lot of success this year. They are 18-6 when they score in the first inning. That's their 48th first inning run of the year.
The Yankees are the team that usually does the damage in the first 2 innings as well. So keep adding on if you can.
Oh, no question about it. You got your first 3 have reached to start the game.
Yeah, you keep adding on because the Yankees have outscored their opponent 128-68. Over the first 2 innings. And yesterday they had a 5-run second inning. So keep right on rolling. Try and put some crooked numbers up early. CC, boy, he sort of dominated last night, didn't he?
He didn't sort of. He did. 2-strike pitch. Santana went and chased after it. Throw to third. Gets away from Rodriguez, and Asdrubal Cabrera will score. And Travis Hafner goes to second on the play. Asdrubal Cabrera seems to be no worse for the wear. As he slid into third, the throw went wide of the mark. Rodriguez couldn't dig it out, and the Indians have a 2-0 lead.
It's almost like it was on cue. Santana struck out. That ball gets away from Martin a little bit, and Cabrera took off. He didn't get a great jump now on this ball, but you see it bounces away, but he got enough, and that ball just gets in front of, that was up on the slide. A-Rod couldn't do anything with it. It was right where Cabrera was sliding, goes into left field. Cabrera comes around to score, give Martin an error on the throw, and Hafner goes into scoring position.
Yeah, strikeout, wild pitch, error, 2. A lot going on in that play. And now 1 out in the inning. Grady Sizemore fouls it back. Grady 2 hits in last night's ball game. And a curveball down low. th pitch of the inning, and Sizemore cuts and misses.
Thought he was coming with the fastball, but he threw the changeup there. So that changeup's about 84. The curveball's in the high 70s. His fastball's about 92. And he throws a cutter, I think, at about 88.
The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hughes having to really work for it here in the first inning. And for Grady Sizemore, he's got the count back to even now. And with Travis Hafner at second base. Grady with a 1-hop smash foul first base side. Curtis Granderson in center field, way over into left center. And Gardner shortened up in left field. As you see, they're trying to take the opposite field flare away.
Well, it tells you you're going to power him inside, and they're going to try and force him to pull the ball. If not, he'll pop it up in the air and go the other way with it.
Low, full count.
Fastball's up and in to try and jam him, and real slow stuff away, like the changeup and the curveball right there.
Orlando Cabrera waiting next, as Drupal Cabrera has singled and scored already in the inning. Tribe out to a 2-0 lead. Hughes with the 3-2 to Grady, and a high drive deep left field. Gardner back, still going back, twisting around, makes the catch. And Hafner goes back to second base as Grady Sizemore just missed, adding to this Indians lead here in the first inning. Gardner's a pretty good outfielder, but he was definitely tested by that long drive.
You know what happened? It had enough hang time, so he got turned around on it. He took his eye off it and ran, and that ball has a tendency to maybe slice away from him. Let's take a look at the Home Depot defense for the Yankees. Gardner in left, Granderson in center, Swisher is in right. A-Rod at third, Jeter at short, Cano at second, Teixeira at first with Martin behind the plate. More savings, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Up high. Two down, runner at second, Orlando Cabrera. Takes a strike two, even the count at 1-1. Indians began the day with a 1.5 lead over Detroit in the AL Central. Because the Tigers lost behind Justin Verlander last night. Dan Herron in a great pitcher's duel beat him 1-0. Cabrera with a ground ball single. It gets by Cano. Coming around third, Hafner is going to be stopped there. Swisher got to it quickly and uncorked a perfect throw. But the inning stays alive after Orlando Cabrera singles to right field, and the Indians are at the corners with 2 down.
Well, good job of hitting by Orlando. I mean, he got the base hit, but Hafner, you know, he doesn't run well, and didn't get a very good jump, even though there were 2 outs. And Swisher's got a pretty good arm. You know, I think 6 assists, so he gets the ball in. You had to hold Hafner up. Most of the times, if you got a decent runner, you'll send him with 2 outs. But Swisher, 6 outfield assists, got a decent arm in right.
Larry Rothschild went out to talk with Hughes, who has really labored in this first inning. Already 27 pitches, and now Lonnie Chisenhall steps in with Indians at the corners. Now Hughes delivers, and Chisenhall looks at a strike. The 0-1. And it's fouled right side. Before Cabrera singled, I was starting to say that the Indians began the day with a 1.5 lead over Detroit in the division after the Tigers went down to a tough defeat last night. They bounced back and beat the Angels today 5-4. So the Indians will need to win to stay a 1.5 in front of Detroit. The White Sox lost again to Kansas City. Royals beat them 4-1 behind Bruce Chen, who got his 5th win. Minnesota clobbered by Tampa earlier, 12-5. Bouncer foul. 0-2 the count for Lonnie Chisenhall. How about that, Rick? 30 pitches in the first inning. This is not what Joe Girardi had in mind, I'm sure.
It's not, but you got to let him, get out there, get settled. He's got to get a feel for all his pitches. He's had an opportunity to throw everything here. A couple of breaks here. He walked the leadoff man. Brantley had a good at-bat there, then followed by a base hit. And then a base hit, and next thing you know, he's out of the stretch, and he's working hard to get out of an inning. So he's having a very stressful first.
He's thrown a lot of strikes. 22 of his 31 pitches have been strikes, but hey, the Indians have taken advantage with 3 hits and a walk. And one loud fly ball to deep left. The 0-2. Chisenhall with a hard ground ball. Big hop for Cano, and on the backhander, he's able to throw out Chisenhall to end the inning. But the Indians strike for a pair, and they lead it 2-0 after 1. McDonald's, the mango pineapple real fruit smoothie has arrived. By your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. And by AT&T. Second inning at Progressive Field, where the Indians have a 2-0 lead over the Bronx Bombers. For New York, Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, and Nick Swisher to face Justin Masterson, who went through the lineup 1-2-3 in the first inning.
Well, for the second straight start, they go out and they give him an early lead. Yeah. And, he went for an eternity, it seems, before they scored him many runs. Matter of fact, through some of his starts, 5 times they didn't even score a run when he was out on the mound. And 12 starts, 2 runs or less. So there's too early, Justin. Enjoy it.
Alex Rodriguez 2 for 9 in the series. Rodriguez voted to his 14th All-Star team, most among active players. His 12th career start.
That is a bundle. That's
kidding.
amazing.
Line drive single into center field for Rodriguez. The Yankees get the leadoff man aboard here in inning 2.
Well, he fell behind the count. He's going to throw him a slider, and that's right up into the speed of A-Rod right there. Out over the plate. Very easy pitch for him to handle and go right back up and tell Justin to take the elevator down. So the Yankees get their first hit.
And it brings to the plate Robinson Cano. We noted yesterday in the game, Rick, speaking of Cano, has one of those approaches where he can almost look effortless in swinging the bat, and the ball travels a long way.
Well, he has one of those swings. It's like Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez's swing may be a little longer, it looks like, although he's very short to the ball. This guy, I mean, he is right there and just gets those hands through the hitting area in a hurry.
One ball, one strike here in the second inning with Rodriguez at first. Now there's a case where that you watch that last pitch, and that right there is an illustration of where Masterson is having success this year, and Carmona, who's a similar pitcher, has had trouble because he can't go inside to the left-handed hitters like Masterson did right there. Run it inside hard, where all they can do is just fight it off to stay alive. Get a piece
well, sometimes
of it.
the sinker ball pitchers, when they try to pitch lefties in, their ball comes back out over the plate.
Oh, Cabrera backhanded it, and it looked like he was going to have an inning-ending double play, but somehow the ball flipped out of his glove when he went to spin around and throw to Orlando Cabrera.
Well, he had the ball, and as he comes up to throw it, it just spits out of his glove. I mean, it was hit hard. He made a nice catch on this ball. Now, you see, as he was opening the glove to transfer it to the hand, it gets away. It'll go as an error on Cabrera.
All right, so 2 on, nobody out. And Nick Swisher steps in. You can't take the emotion out of athletics. But sometimes as a pitcher, you need to try and remove some of the emotion from it. Round ball to first. Nice diving stop by Laporta. He'll get up and go to the bag himself for the first out here in the inning. Now the runners go to second and third. But you think back to last night, the bad defensive play behind Carrasco, and maybe the emotion got the better of him.
It looked like it did last night. This is a nice play here. Now, you see, just as your fielders can make an error, one can save you a double like he does right there. Now, you've got to pick your defense up sometimes when you're the pitcher and one of those guys that are out there every game, and they know that. You make an error, okay, no big deal. Give that guy an opportunity again. Carrasco, a younger pitcher, and just, starting out in his career, it looked like he crumbled a little bit. But here, Masterson has a chance. If he can minimize the damage, and if he can give up just one, it'd be great. If he can give up none, it'd even be better.
Jorge Posada takes a strike. Posada DHing tonight. Two for 7 in the series. Off-speed pitch a little bit outside. Alex Rodriguez is at third. Robinson Cano, the tying run, at second base with one out here in the second inning. And the 1-1 is down too low. Masterson's 2-1. Back out of play, count evens on Jorge Posada, who has homered 3 times in his last 13 games after going homerless in his previous 40.
Well, he got off to such a terrible start this year, with the not catching and the DHing and the things like that. And I'll tell you, he started swinging the bat when we were back in New York. He started to swing it very well against us and has been going ever since. Got him.
Great pitch by Masterson. Gets his second strikeout and a huge strikeout for out number 2.
Well, he located this pitch beautifully. Going in, and that ball just eats up Posada. Look where Santana's sitting. Look where the location. That's the fastball where you go in there a little off the plate, and if it comes back in, it's a perfect pitch. That's a tough pitch, but a lot of sinker ballers have problems. They started out at that spot, and it goes to the middle of the plate, and you have to be careful there. But that was a great pitch.
But you have to go in there to the hitters, or
Absolutely.
they'll lean out over the plate all day on you.
No question.
That's where Masterson has really turned the corner.
That one was for a strike, too. I mean, so that proves he'll go back to the hitter. He knows it's a strike. He'll ask the ump, is that a strike? And he'll say yes. So now you've proven to Posada that you can throw in there for a strike.
Not out of the woods yet. Russell Martin 0 for 3 in the series opener. 2 balls, no strikes. Robinson Cano, the runner at second base, with the Indians guarding the holes defensively, getting an extra big lead. There's a strike. Masterson comes set, the 2-1. Hit on the ground to first. Laporta stays on his feet, goes to the bag to end the inning. What a job by Justin Masterson. Pitching out of trouble. And we go to the bottom of the second. Tribe still on top 2-0.
Indians holding a 2-0 lead, and also the Indians will host the Blue Jays on Saturday, and the family can enjoy pregame kids' fun day activities along with food and performances from other cultures at the International Festival. Following the game will be fireworks set to a British Invasion soundtrack. So create your memory starting at just $8. Tickets now at Indians.com.
Another beautiful evening here in downtown Cleveland. There was talk about a potential for some rain today, but once again, just terrific weather. Matt Laporta right back off the DL. How do you do with a leadoff single here in the second?
Yeah, welcome back. First pitch, base knock. That'll way to do it. Look for that first fastball and don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't spot him anything, but it's another pitch that Phil Hughes left up in the strike zone. You're going to get a look at it. Try and get ahead. Look at that. Up, everything's up. He got on top of it, hit it into center field. Hit number 4 for the Tribe. Second straight inning they've had their leadoff man aboard.
Now that's where you really love to see the Indians take advantage because, as you point out, Hughes is up in the strike zone a lot here early. Kearns with a beautiful bunt. Hughes, bare hand grab, and he got him at first.
Boy, oh boy, Teixeira. You know what? Sandy's arguing, saying he didn't tag him.
And Maniac is coming out to pick up the argument.
Well, he should. I'll tell you what, if it was made and it looked like Teixeira got him on the hip, that was a terrific play by the first baseman. Sandy didn't feel like he tagged him. That's why he went right out and argued with Bill Welke. I'm sure we'll get another look at it. That was a beautiful bunt right there. I mean, that looked like he was bunting for a base hit. Actor will go back to the bench, but let's take a look at it and watch the tag on the last step. A beautiful bunt. Hughes comes over. Kearns in the line. It got him on the hip. He did get him. You'll watch at this angle. Watch his hip. Front hip, got him before he tagged the bag. So that was a good call. Watch this. Oh, well, maybe that one now. Wait a minute.
That's really tough to tell.
It is. That last shot, I don't know. That's so close. Hard to tell. Is that a sacrifice or did he bunt for a base hit? Sacrifice.
Michael Brantley walked and scored in the first. Popped him up. Third baseman Alex Rodriguez, 2 down. Let's get a look at our AT&T trivia question tonight. And the last 4 players to reach the 3,000 hit plateau. The last 4. There's only 28 in all,
27.
Right?
I think
27.
Jeter will be 28, if I'm not mistaken.
As Drupal Cabrera checked and fouled it back. Two down with a runner in scoring position. And there's Drupal Cabrera. After the ankle sprain last night, right back in there tonight. And paying dividends early with that single. And then he went to third on a wild pitch and came home to score on the errant throw by the catcher, Russell Martin. Back out of play. Yankees will go home to play Tampa Bay 4 times heading into the All-Star break. Indians will welcome in Toronto tomorrow night, the 1-2. Again, it's in the dirt. Toronto leads Boston at the moment 3-2 at Fenway. Umpires seem to be in the crosshairs here lately. We talked about the close play there at first base involving Bill Welke, and the Indians didn't think he got the tag on. Last night there were several incidents. One involving the Tigers-Angels game, in which there were at least three people ejected from the game. Justin Verlander, Jim Leyland, and Bobby Abreu was thrown out for the first time since '07. You said there was a bad call at the end of that Red Sox-Blue Jays game last night at home plate. 3-2 bounce toward first. Teixeira takes it himself. For the Indians, no runs, a hit, one man left aboard. After 2, it's Cleveland 2, New York nothing. The third, I want to remind you to stay tuned later in the game to see our Miller Taste Greatness moment. Indians on top 2-0, and let's check in once again with Katie Witham.
Well, guys, the Toronto Blue Jays come to town starting tomorrow, and this weekend the Indians have a lot planned for you out here at Progressive Field, including fireworks. Once again, this Friday night, they will be set to the tune of the Billboard's Top 50 songs. That's going to be a great time. Also, Friday night will be half-price student ID night. Get on out here. You can get some cheap tickets and see some great baseball. Matt, Rick, back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Katie. Here's Brett Gardner leading off for New York. Then it will be Derek Jeter and Curtis Granderson. Ball one outside. Gardner has gone 2 for 7 in the series. Like the Indians, New York began the day with a 1.5 lead in the division. Masterson fires to first, and Laporta makes the catch for out number 1. New York with a 1.5 lead over Boston in the AL East. Indians a 1.5 lead over Detroit, although the Tigers won earlier. And out west, Angels, Rangers began the day tied atop the division standings. Angels losing to Detroit, snapping their 4-game win streak. Now let's see, where's Texas? Are they playing? Pitch inside to Jeter. Texas today is at home against Baltimore, coming up in a little while. The 1-0 pitch inside. You know, I mentioned last night, Rick, how many games the Indians have in the second half or after the All-Star break within the division. In addition to that, they've got 2 trips to Texas to play the Rangers in Arlington and a 4-gamer at Fenway against Boston.
Well, that's what they got. That's going to be could be a long trip. 4 in Fenway and then 3 night games in Texas. They ended up playing, I think, both those teams 10 times this year. The Rangers, who were here, and then we make 2 visits down to Arlington, and then the Red Sox were here twice. And we go for a 4-gamer to Boston.
Good point. Schedule maker not kind. Jeter pops it to center. Grady Sizemore reads it perfectly, 2 down. Indians minor league report brought to you by Kia. Chin Lee last night at Louisville, 2 1/3, struck out 4 in 27 appearances this year. He's gone 3-1 with a 2.14 ERA. Granderson looks at a strike. He lined out to center field in his first trip. Cuts and misses. Good action on that 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Justin Masterson.
Look at the year he is having, huh? Hitting that number 2 hole.
Two. High fly ball right field routine here. Austin Kearns makes the catch, and Justin Masterson cruises through the third. It remains Cleveland 2, New York nothing. Primetime Tribe on Channel 3 continues this Saturday at 7. Join us as Cleveland hosts Toronto and reigning home run champion Jose Bautista. Blue Jays Indians, Saturday at 7 right here on Channel 3, your official Cleveland Indians station. Travis Hafner, Carlos Santana, Grady Sizemore for the Indians here in the bottom of the third.
See if Phil Hughes is maybe settled in after that leadoff single in the last inning. He was able to get through that. The Indians did have an opportunity to score.
A little bit too high, 1-2 the count. Hafner got the Indians rolling. with an RBI single in the first. Tribe scoring a pair in inning number 1. 2-2. Phillip Hughes has made 46 pitches already here in the game. Was able to get out of the second after giving up the leadoff single to Laporta without allowing a run. Hafner with a leadoff hit, though, here in the third. Gardner cuts it off, and Pronk has a leadoff single. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Carlos Santana coming to the plate, and with more on his offensive approach, let's join once again Katie Witham.
Well, guys, if you remember Monday night against the Yankees, Santana stepped up, took a breaking ball the opposite way for a home run. I asked hitting coach Bruce Fields about that. He smiled. He said, great swing at a great time. But that's something they've been working on. It's not just the toe tap that they've eliminated out there. They've really worked on his swing. The biggest thing with that is his effort lever. Sometimes he gets a little excited. He says you can see he's swinging for the fences, and they've really done a good job of bringing him back and eliminating that, guys.
Thanks, Katie. Here's Santana looking at a ball outside.
And that's the approach that Santana's going to have to incorporate into his own swing. I mean, he's going to have to know there's certain times and counts that you can go ahead and take that swing. But then there's other times when you get runners on base that if you shorten it up and go for a base hit and use the other side of the field, it certainly helps you out. And he's going to be upset there by giving an at-bat away. Big swing.
1 down. Our great clip of the game from yesterday's ball game features Grady Sizemore with a 2-hit performance for the Tribe. One of those was a double. Sizemore hopefully can start to heat things up at the plate. Relax, you're at Great Clips. I mean, it's no secret. We've talked about it. With Shin-Soo Choo down, they need some other people to step up and not take all of the load, but you need some guys to start.
People have to step it up. They certainly do.
Share.
And that's why you use the whole field. Out of their 5 hits, 3 have gone the other way, 2 up the middle. They haven't pulled the hit yet. So I think the approach to Hughes has been very good to this point. You know, it's just a matter of a mindset. You know, when you're a hitting coach and you've got to deal with every hitter individually, first of all, he's got to learn the hitters, you know, and get to know them and, you know, just know how they think mentally. And then you try and implement an approach to where they can accept it and take it and apply it in a game.
Broken bat, right to second. 2 down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're watching Cleveland Indians baseball. Matt Underwood with Rick Manning here at Progressive Field. Indians lead the Yankees 2-0. Orlando Cabrera singled his first time up. Big hopper right into the glove of Mark Teixeira ends the third. Indians on top 2-0. We're back here at Progressive Field where the Indians have a 2-0 lead over the Yankees going to the 4th inning. For New York, Mark Teixeira, Alex Rodriguez, and Robinson Cano against Justin Masterson, who has been dealing once again here tonight. Matt Underwood, Rick Manning, happy to be joined now by Frank Caliendo, one of the best comedians out there in the biz today, and back home here, and going to be doing a couple of shows coming up next week.
Yeah, at downtown Hilarities, Pickwick and Frolic, and looking forward. We also have Grandma Mickey's 90th birthday.
Oh, Grandma Mickey's?
Yeah. That's my wife's grandmother. She grew up here at Grandma Mickey. Sounds like a bar. Come on down to Grandma Mickey's.
Who's headlining Grandma Mickey's party?
I think Grandma Mickey. 90. When they're 90, you let them do whatever they want. Exactly. You want to go over there? Go ahead.
Want to shotgun a couple of beers?
Whatever.
You just had a chance to spend some time over in the radio booth with an old friend, Hegan, right?
Yeah, Mike Hegan. I grew up, he had a batting cage facility and did summer camps there, and not a lot of running for me. But I am a weed crowd. No. My dad used to actually do some of the camps for him, and my brother and I, both brothers and I, used to actually do some of those.
Did he pay it for him?
No. Still, that's why I wanted to be here. I was trying to collect on some old. The interest on that was pretty good. That's been about 25 years. So.
Well, that's one of the things a couple of people have asked me, and that is, hey, does Frank do any baseball people? You got the John Madden. You do a lot of Charles Barkley now in the repertoire.
Barkley, that's a very, very big one. Why doesn't Caladino do any living baseball announcers?
Because all I can really do is still
terrible.
The Harry.
He's terrible.
It's terrible. It's really, really bad. What I would love to see right now, because we're in Cleveland, is a terrible swing by Alex Rodriguez. Something where it doesn't get a lot of bat on the ball. Maybe something on the handle.
That is good. So you don't do a baseball guy, huh?
You know, all I do is the old school Harry Carey. I could still throw that around.
Hey, if you're taking a look at a strike, he got him.
Harry, it's not strike 3.
Ow. Who cares?
You need to get those big glasses.
No, he didn't have glasses. He just took 2 canned bottles of soda. These are not Harry Clary glasses.
Not going to work.
Hey! What's going on? Somebody stole my glasses and gave me these grandma's glasses. These are your glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well.
Oh, there you go. There's your swing.
And what happened there was he went around. You think that he didn't go around, and Alex. I mean, if you take a look at Alex Rodriguez, right now even Alex knows he went around. I mean, they check with the umpire, but if Alex doesn't run, boom, he doesn't have it. There it is. I mean, that's why you have the replays. He's going there, and look, there's the wrist they're breaking, and I mean, those are some big wrists. And, yep, you got him. Send it around the horn.
I like
my
that
favorite
one right
horn
there.
was the cornucopia. That was the horn of plenty. I mean, that's what made Thanksgiving great. That and the turducken, stuffing a chicken into a duck, into a turkey. One time we put it in a quesadilla. That's a turduckandilla. It sounds like you probably shouldn't even say it. But, I mean, you can't. I mean, I've looked it up. I've talked to the FCC, and, that kind of stuff is okay. Robinson Cano at the plate for those of you who are wondering if there's still a baseball game going on.
That's just got a background music right now.
Oh, that's beautiful. The way this inning's going, keep it out going. 2 strikeouts.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want to, if you could strike out, let's see, 27 players?
Yeah.
That would be pretty good. I know Roger Clemens struck out, what he struck out?
20.
20. That's pretty good. I remember the K's out there, K. And they did, I think there were 20 Ks out there, and then one for each of the strikeouts.
Every once in a while they put one up backwards.
But that's because you didn't swing. If you don't swing, they don't put it up forwards.
Oh, gosh.
Are you enjoying retirement, John?
Yeah. I've been working on my Facebook page.
You've got one, too.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. One for me, one for Caliendo.
I finally met John Madden at the Super Bowl this year. It was a great
You
moment.
hadn't met him
I'd
before?
never met him before. No.
Wow.
And,
by the way, fouled off the pitch.
And it's the Robin Williams theory of comedy. If you don't have a joke, you just switch voices. Okay, we're back. Oh. I'll tell you what, I'm going Bradshaw on that one. It's like Bradshaw doing the highlights. I don't know what just happened. Somebody tell me.
Swung on and missed. Cano strikes out.
And that's the swinging kind. So the K goes forward.
Forwards, yeah. We'll continue with Frank Caliendo. Indians shutting out the Yankees. Progressive Field on a gorgeous evening in downtown Cleveland. Matt Underwood, Rick Manning, joined once again by Frank Caliendo here in the booth.
John Madden.
And John Madden and Terry Bradshaw.
That's good stuff. I mean, Robert De Niro is here. Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Why not? Come on, let's score some touchdowns. I don't know the game that well. Don't tell anyone.
Frank Caliendo will be appearing at Hilarities on 4th Street inside Pickwick and Frolic July 15th and 16th. 2 shows each night. Log on to hilarities.com or you can call 216-736-4242. We would encourage you to get your tickets.
Absolutely. It is a ball.
Frank, I wanted to ask you, though, has there ever been a personality you wanted to do, but you just couldn't get that voice down?
It happens all the time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a superhero. I can't just morph into. I never even did a good Joe Pesci. I mean, I've been working on all kinds, but I don't do the ones that I'm not good at. So I finally got Morgan Freeman down. I've been working on. He'd be great calling a game, don't you think?
Oh. Unbelievable. This is going to be a pretty nice inning. 3 strikeouts, and now it's time to play some offense. Well, that's when my friend Andy Dufresne walked up to the plate. A tall drink of water named Andy Dufresne.
Do you sit over there and listen to tapes time and time
I used
and
to.
time
I don't
again?
do that as much anymore. I'm really lazy now.
You just get a feel for it. Well, yeah, you have to.
Honesty. And honesty is the best, the best way to tell the truth.
Lonnie Chisenhall bloops one toward left, but Gardner is there to grab it for out number 1.
It's fun at the Super Bowl. Actually, I was 10 feet behind John Madden and George Bush. They kept showing him during the game. I was back there. Former President Bush had actually had somebody send a text to me. The Prez wants to meet you. Come on up. So I was up. I was in Jerry Jones' suite, waiting. I was past the Secret Service. I was ready, but they didn't want to ask him to turn around because he was talking to Jerry Jones. So I didn't.
Jerry, you might have been fired there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't know. And all I had to really do was just be like, "Hey, let the kid go, man. He'll be fine." And he's sitting next to Madden. So
I just met him the other day. I mean, this would be a good thing. He could come over here, and he met my grandkids. I mean, he had a great time. I don't know what this guy's saying, but it's a lot of fun, man.
Matt LaPorta has his second hit of the ball game.
They're swinging the bats tonight, huh? That's
Yeah,
nice to
they
see.
are. They are. Yes, sir. They went through. Have you been following them this year?
Yeah,
Got off to a terrific start. Hit a little slump in the month of June, but picking it back up. There's another mistake, though, that Hughes makes right there, and LaPorta jumps all over the fastball in, pulls it to left field.
And that's that. You just get the head of the bat out, and you get the head of the bat out. It goes through the zone, and boom! I mean, it's past Rodriguez before he knows what even happened to him.
Austin Kearns laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Takes a strike. Who was your first impression? The one that you really remember?
The one that I really, Jay Leno, because I was just looking in the mirror, and shaking my head around, thinking, what can this be, Why is everything going so crazy?
He could do that.
Throws over to first, checking the runner, making sure everything's fine over there. Just doesn't want to get. Just want to get out a little bit of a lead, too much of a lead there. Just making sure everything's fine.
Hughes, his 61st pitch of the night, misses inside to even the count at 1-1. So is there still a ton of travel for you? I mean, are you doing shows all over the place?
I was in Vegas for a year and a half, so I was going back and forth. I live in Phoenix, Tempe, and I was going back and forth there. So that was a bit of travel. I'm kind of taking a break right now till we find out if there's an NFL season.
Yeah. We were hoping maybe you'd have the scoop for us. Jeter scoops that, gets an out at second. They try to turn two, not in time.
And that's hustle. I mean, when you're hustling, you got to make sure they don't turn that double play right there. That keeps you in the inning and it keeps you going.
Yeah, as far as the NFL season, I met with Roger Goodell a couple days ago. And Goody, I call him. Raj Good. And, we had some talks, and I think it's all going to be fine. I'm big in the negotiations. A lot of people don't know that, but when you talk about NFL labor problems and solving it, Caliendo is right in the middle of that. I told that to Terry. He's like, I believe you, Frank. You had me going 25 minutes. I don't underestimate you anymore. What's underestimate mean, Terry? I have no idea. Howie told me to say it.
2 down.
Yeah, Howie was the defensive lineman, and then Bradshaw was the quarterback, and it was reversed.
Well, Howie's like Terry's babysitter. Terry will be like, can I go jump off that building? That'd be a bad idea. Okay, I was gonna, but since you said no, I'm planning not to. They're a great guy. I mean, people think we don't get along because they're not, because they're so big. But no, Terry and I and
I bet
Howie,
they live for that segment.
Oh, it's great.
On the show.
Yeah, I think at the beginning, Jimmy Kimmel did it before me, and when I came in, I was cherubic compared to Kimmel because Kimmel needles you. He's great at getting like, ooh, that hurt, but that's funny. And now, the chubby kid comes in and they're like, say whatever you want. You're dumb, Frank.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine today about sense of humor. And obviously Bradshaw, Howie Long, they have a great sense of humor.
Sense of humor is only second to sense of smell. Sense of smell, because if you got a stinky guy next to you, that's a problem.
And you do.
Frank, good luck with the shows. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey,
we
thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having
Always
me.
great
Awesome,
to have you
awesome.
here.
Great to be here.
Nice to see
Frank
you.
Caliendo, go see him at Hilarities July 15th and 16th. United, proud to fly the Cleveland Indians. By your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, it's time to join the Hyundai movement. And by Panini's, get overstuffed at any one of 18 locations in Northeast Ohio. 2-0 Indians lead it as we go to the 5th inning.
I guess you only get back to Matt and Rick now, huh?
Oh, my. I don't think I could take a whole game. My sides literally would have split. Nick Swisher sends a high drive, deep right. Kearns and Sizemore back. Grady leaps at the wall, makes the catch. Grady Sizemore with a phenomenal leaping grab at the base of the wall in deep right center field. Takes extra bases away from Nick Swisher.
Boy, beautifully timed by Grady. And I was watching Kearns go over there, and he was looking up, but Sizemore comes over, and with his glove away from the wall, able to get up, and I think he might have taken a home run away. Take a look at it. He times it beautifully, gets up. No, it would not have been a home run. It was right there. At the first energy sign, he pulls it back, pulls it down. It's an extra base hit, and he gets a round of applause from his starting pitcher. Great catch.
Jorge Posada couldn't help himself, went around.
It's a good slider because he ended up committing on that pitch because of the pitch he struck him out on the first time up was that fastball in. So he went out and tried to get that slider and couldn't hold up.
Struck him out looking. Posada doesn't like it. He barks at Marty Foster. Posada, like so many other of these Yankee hitters, man, they complain about strike calls more than anybody.
Well, I'll tell you what, he went in with the slider. Now he's going to go backdoor slider. This one breaks in. You can see right there, Posada didn't like it, but it's right there on the outside edge and coming down at the knees. There's Santana holding the pose. He gets the call from Foster.
And Russell Martin, who grounded to first his first time up.
For me, overall in this series, it's been more of a hitter's strike zone than it has been a pitcher's strike zone. And when you prove that you can throw strikes, I think Josh Tomlin started that on Monday night. When he found out that he was around the plate, it seemed like he got more pitches.
And a strike to the outside edge. Martin came up empty. Well, he has just got so much movement right now.
And he's moving it in and out. I mean, he really is. His ball is very rarely is it ever straight, but he's doing it with command tonight.
Popped out of play. Pitch coming. Lined up the middle and right through Masterson. That snaps a string of 11 in a row.
Yeah, Russell
retired
Martin
by Masterson.
Did a nice job with 2 strikes to just stay short to the baseball, drill it right back up the middle. Masterson flips his hand back, just hit too hard as it goes by. Watch him turn and spin, and that glove comes back up, but that ball was by him. A good job of hitting right there. Second hit for the Yankees.
Brett Gardner takes a strike. Gardner with great speed. Tapped one back to the mound his first time up. One ball, one strike. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Indians. No runs on 2 hits for New York. Alex Rodriguez led off the second with a single, and then a 2-out hit here in the 5th by Russell Martin.
Well, Justin has done the thing he's had to do tonight so far, is take care of the left-handed hitters. They are 0 for 11 against him tonight on the year 306, so he's done a terrific job to this point.
Strike called, inside edge.
I think that little extra hold right there, where with Martin over there messing around at first base, he held it that extra split second, and it just caught Gardner by surprise. He couldn't really pull the trigger. He got locked up.
Fires to first, had Martin leaning, and he had to really scamper to get back. He looks back at his footing, might have lost his footing a little bit. Yeah, he did. He had foot slipping and sliding as he was trying to get a toe hold to scamper back.
Well, he's been out there messing around. Now, look, he's a catcher. He's not really a base stealer at all, although he's 7-1. If you don't pay attention to him, he'll take off. He's just trying to distract Masterson.
Here's the 1-2. Snap, throw it back, and it was very close. Well, Laporta just made the catch, but he was trying to find a leg to tag.
Well, he gets up and is able to get the throw. It's a good throw. Sharp, quick throw. Right on the money. But Martin has to get back there in a hurry.
And the 2-2 pitch. Shatters the bat. Laporta tags the bag. We're halfway home, and Justin Masterson is pitching another gem tonight.
Field on Saturday, July 23rd, a post-game concert starring Lifehouse, whose hits include Hanging by a Moment, You and Me, and Halfway Gone. Admission to the concert is free for all fans attending the Indians-White Sox game. That'll start at 7:05. So 216-420-HITS for your tickets, or visit Indians.com. There's a great shot.
Well, you're not kidding. It's been 3 of the probably best weather days in northeastern Ohio this year. As Dribble Cabrera, he singled and then came around to score in the first inning. hit him on the thigh, and Asdrubal Cabrera will take his base. And the Indians get their leadoff man aboard for the 4th time tonight. 4 out of the 5 innings.
Well, a little breakable. It doesn't look like he jumps out of the way. He barely moved. It just came in, hit him on the thigh. It looked like a little cutter. Well, you're hurt. You want to keep going. Take one in the thigh now. He's got a sore ankle. It's about halfway through, so, it's time for that body to start aching.
And here is Travis Hafner, already 2 for 2 tonight. And, Rick, both of his hits have gone the other way. Off Phil Hughes.
That may get him a fastball inside. When you prove to a pitcher that you'll take your hits and your base hits the other way, and Hughes missed up with Hafner, a lot of times they may try and get one by you inside. So knowing Hafner, he may cheat in there and look to hit one into the seats.
Fouled right back out of play. 70 pitches now for Hughes. 48 of those have been strikes. A 1 pitch in the dirt. Martin did a nice job to keep that from getting behind him.
He did a nice job in game 1 of getting Cabrera at second base on a ball in the dirt that just pops up. He keeps it very close in front of him. And I mean, that's an art when you're a catcher. See where he used that chest protector to soften it up, and it eliminates those hard bounces if it doesn't go off your arm or some piece of your equipment. But your chest protector, he's very good at it.
1-1 pitch to Hafner. High pop, foul out of play.
Time to send along some birthday wishes. How about our own Gary Coach? Did you know that? It's Gary Coach's birthday tonight, Gary.
GDC.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, that's his.
I asked him what the D stood for in his middle initial. And he's got the vanity plates, GDC.
I don't know what that means. There he is. There's the captain. He runs the ship here, folks. His birthday today. Happy birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday.
Him and Caliendo.
1-2 pitch to Hafner, a little bit outside. Special anniversary wishes going out tonight to Howard and Dorothy Jameson, celebrating their 60th anniversary in Wellington, Ohio. Their nephew, Rick Jameson, is one of the Indians' athletic trainers. Got him looking outside corner. Hafner not happy with home plate umpire Marty Foster. Second strikeout for Hughes, 1 down here in the 5th. Our game recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Travis Hafner's RBI single got the Indians on the board first in the 1st, and then Asdrubal Cabrera scored after Santana struck out. Went to third on the wild pitch and came home on the errant throw. Justin Masterson, meanwhile, just filthy. Find out about more than 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com. Carlos Santana 0 for 2.
Well, Hughes has been able to settle down and settle in a little bit, although he has had a base runner every inning. But he's getting up to that pitch count of what we were looking for. He's at 75 now. We were figuring, maybe 85, 90 in his very first start coming back since April. The Indians were able to get him early. 2 runs in that first inning, and that's the only scoring in the ball game.
Toss to first. Asdrubal back with a dive. Perry Thacker is celebrating his 50th birthday tonight in Willard, Ohio.
Yeah, we have a lot of birthdays tonight. Yeah. What is it, July 6th?
Yes, it is.
Betty Listener of Middleburg Heights is turning 93, and Herschel Levenstein of New Philadelphia is 67. And that's where our boy lives that's helping out the New York Yankees, the Lobster and Kreskin from New Philadelphia.
Two-oh pitch. Up high. 3 balls, no strikes with Grady Sizemore to follow. Grady Sizemore waiting.
Paying attention over there. I wonder if they have anybody up and getting loose down in their pen.
I don't believe so. But it won't be long after he walks Santana. So he's hit a batter, walked a batter, and he struck out Hafner. Let's go back to the studios right now for an in-game update. Here's Dave Chudowski.
All right, Matt, Rick, thanks. Toronto coming to town tomorrow. They're finishing up their series in Boston tonight. 4-3 Sox in the fourth. Jacoby Ellsbury, that is off the wall with 2 outs. It brings in a pair to make it 6-3. That's the score right now in the fifth. Back to you.
All right, here we have the Indians batting in the bottom of the fifth with 2 on and 1 out. Grady Sizemore will be coming to the plate.
They'll stall for some time. They'll get somebody up in that pen now. There's Ayala. Let's finish our birthday wishes. Nan Mager of San Jose, California is 55, along with Anthony Notero of Sagamore Hills. Colin Epstein of Akron is 27, so happy birthday to everyone tonight.
Here's Grady Sizemore 0 for 2. Fly to deep left his first time up. Then a little broken bat liner to second his last trip. They set up inside, and that got more of the plate than Hughes wanted, but Sizemore shoots it back out of play.
Well, they've had some good swings, and they're following him straight back. They haven't been able to really make him pay for a couple of mistakes he's made.
'80th pitch of the night. And a breaking ball is called a strike. 0-2. Phil Hughes with 2 aboard and 1 out. Taking too much time as Grady steps out. Manny Acta's club got a pair in the first. Now the 0-2. Up high, Grady pops it in the air. Granderson grabs that for out number 2. And it will bring up Orlando Cabrera, who is 1 for 2. He singled back in the first inning. Another nice crowd, probably right around 30,000 again here tonight, as the Indians and Yankees wrap up their season series. Tribe went to New York and lost 3 out of 4 there. 2 teams have split the first 2 games in this 3-game series.
Yeah, the Indians won the last one in New York, the first one here. Beat last night, so if they can win tonight, they could go 3-4 against them this year. But the win tonight would be big because it would let you win the series here, keep you rolling. Detroit, as you mentioned, already won today, 5-4 out in Los Angeles. They will move on.
Hughes deals, and Orlando hugs the line foul.
Yeah, Cabrera talking to himself because he knows he had a pitch, probably looking for that pitch, and he just was just a hair too quick on it, and it went foul. He was hoping that ball stayed inside the bag, but it did not.
And the 1-1. Shoots it foul out of play. Hughes comes set. And the 1-2. Inside hit him. And Orlando pops up. Heads down to first.
Well,
bases are loaded.
He has really gift wrapped this inning for him. He has hit a pair. He has walked one. And the bases are loaded, and he is in trouble. It looks like that back arm or his right arm, that ball running in, and he goes to swing, and he doesn't. It's right there, right around the wristband. It's below the wrist on the forearm. It gets him. So OC pops up, will jog down to first base. So the Indians with a great opportunity to add right here, but they're going to need a 2-out base hit by the rookie Lonnie Chisenhall.
He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded to second in the first and flied to left in the fourth. And Phil Hughes goes right at him with a fastball, strike one. The Indians up 2. Trying to poke a hole in this game right now. Lonnie Chisenhall sends a lazy fly to left, and Gardner circles under it, and the inning is over. Indians leave them loaded, and we go to the 6th. 2-0 Cleveland. KYC Channel 3 is hatching Deal Chicken, Cleveland's best place to experience new things for less. Save 50 to 90% at great restaurants, hotels, spas, golf courses, you name it. Sign up now at DealChicken.com to receive super deals daily. Justin Masterson, phenomenal. He's gone 5 innings. He's given up 2 singles. He has struck out 6 Yankees, including striking out the side in the 4th.
Well, he has done a terrific job against the left-handers, and he has been dominant tonight.
And Derek Jeter looks at a strike, 0 for 2 tonight. He almost went around. They're going to appeal. He did not go, says Bill Welke.
little bit outside. 2-1 to count. Jeter 2 for 12 in the series. Two and two. Again, he's just had such tremendous movement on his fastball all night long.
Well, and the right-handers commit a little early because they know the ball's going to run inside to him, but you just don't know how much. And he's had such good downward movement. He's been behind and been on top of that sinker all night, so it's a late breaker and it's going down. Tough to catch up to. I mean, there you do. You fight it off. You foul it off your body if you do hit it. I mean, that pitch is tough enough to catch when you're back there, let alone hit it when he's got the movement he has going tonight.
And the 2-2. Up high, full count. Curtis Granderson waits on deck, then Mark Teixeira here in the 6th inning for New York.
The first full count that Masterson has had tonight.
His 80th pitch of the evening into the Indians dugout. .52 out of the 80 pitches for Justin Masterson tonight have been strikes. And the 3-2. Another foul ball by Jeter. And it's been an 8-pitch at bat so far for the Yankees captain. Another 3-2. Oh my, just missed. It's ball 4, and that's the first walk issued by Masterson here tonight.
That's what you call a good take by the hitter, because he goes in there. He's been trying to dig a few of those pitches out, and he goes right back in there, and he just take it. And it is inside. So the leadoff man aboard, the first walk for Masterson tonight. Close pitch, but can't hit it.
Curtis Granderson 0 for 2. Masterson quickly gets ahead. Just in off the plate there, 1-1. That's foul. Hit it a long way, though. Granderson has been a terror for the Indians this year, and they're not the only team. Hit in the air to center. Grady Sizemore drifting back. He'll make the grab. One down. Jeter retreats to first. Okay, let's look at the answer now to our trivia question, courtesy of AT&T. Last 4 to reach the 3,000 hit mark. Craig Biggio in 07, Palmeiro in 05, Ricky Henderson in 01, and Cal Ripken Jr. in 2000. Teixeira, liner toward left. Brantley grabs it. 2 away. That's going to bring up Alex Rodriguez, 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd inning, and he struck out in the 4th. And a first pitch fastball strike. Man, he's had great velocity, great movement, total package tonight.
Yeah,
for Masterson.
I mean, look at Justin's at 88 pitches, 58 strikes. You know, so he's almost 2-to-1 ratio. That's been outstanding for him, especially the way his ball moves. The first walk coming to lead this inning off. 6 strikeouts.
One ball and 1 strike now. Beat it into the ground. Orlando Cabrera, long throw, got him. And once again, Justin Masterson keeps the Yankees at bay. Don't forget, you can log on to stohd.com. And right now you can buy a $20 gift card from Johnny Malloy's in Lakewood, and you'll get one free. Johnny Malloy's is kid-friendly, features the best ribs in town along with award-winning pizza. Johnny Malloy's in Lakewood. Join them on their patio for your next happy hour. Phil Hughes' night is over after 5 innings of work. And so the Yankees make the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world.
Luis Ayala coming on out of the Yankees pen in relief of Phil Hughes tonight, appearing for the 26th time. 1-2 record, 1.37 ERA, covering 26 in the 3rd innings, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks. On to face Laporta, Kearns, and Brantley.
And Matt Laporta bidding for a 3rd hit tonight. Bounces that one off the mound and right to Cano. He's retired for the first time. 1 away. Let's pause for station identification right now. You're watching Cleveland Indians baseball. Austin Kearns with a sacrifice bunt in the 1st inning. Bounced into a fielder's choice his last time.
Tell you what,
up.
it was a heck of a bunt. You know, he's almost bunting for a base hit is what he was doing.
And he's got a base hit this time, pulling it through the hole on the left side. And a 1-out single for Kearns. Turns it over now to the top of the order.
Well, this one gets through, short and third, and he's starting to swing the bat a little better. It seems like that home run has perked him up a little bit. This ball gets out of the reach of Jeter. It'll be hit number 7 for the Tribe. First one for Austin tonight. They have had a hit in every inning except the last inning, but they left the bases loaded because Phil Hughes hit 2 guys, walked one. They had opportunities.
Kearns takes off, and Brantley with a base hit into right field.
Oh,
Austin
baby.
on his way to third, perfectly executed. Indians at the corners with 1 out.
Done to perfection. Now, I like that call right there by Manny Acta because Brantley's been struggling a little bit. So what you do, you get him concentrating on hitting the ball on the ground. You start Kearns. He gets over on this ball and gets enough of it. It's not hit hard, just in the right placement. You see, they started the runner. Kearns easily gets to third base. They have runners at the corners. Done to perfection. Nicely done. Now an opportunity to add to that 2-0 lead.
First and third, 1 out. Boone Logan, left-hander, getting up in the Yankee bullpen. And you've got Asdrubal Cabrera, then Travis Hafner. Right here, a golden opportunity to open this baby up. Ayala deals. And Asdrubal with a big swing and a miss. Cabrera singled back in the first inning. Moved to second on Hafner's RBI single, and then went to third on a wild pitch. Came home on an error by catcher Russell Martin when he tried to throw Asdrubal out at third base. That's the last time the Indians scored in this game, even though they've had opportunities in almost every inning. They had their leadoff man aboard in the second, third, fifth innings. Did not score. They've already stranded 8 tonight, but a chance to erase the sting of some of that by piling on some runs right here.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a great time to add on. Middle part of the ball game before you get into the late innings, you can increase that lead, and you have your best guy at the plate to do it. Team leader in RBIs, why not?
He's been very good getting that run home from third this year. .351 average with runners in scoring position on the season. Strike called. It's 0-2.
All right. Started him off with a changeup, and the man went right back inside with another one. Depending on the location, that went up under the hands. I think a lot of pitchers like to try and go inside the hitters when you got that guy at third base because they don't want you to extend the arms and try and show you something away where if they're going to get you out, they want a ground ball double play in this situation.
And the 1-2 outside with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You just kind of get the feeling this crowd is itching to get up and make some noise. Since the first, they've been on the edge of their seat because it's been well pitched. 2-2. Asdrubal fouls it back. If you missed it earlier, Tampa Bay throttled Minnesota by a score of 12-5. So the Twins had their 3-game win streak snapped. Royals beat the White Sox 4-1. Detroit beat Los Angeles, ending the Angels' 4-game win streak. First and third, one out, and the 2-2 to Cabrera. Well, he dug that out of there nicely.
Well, his last 2 foul balls have been pretty good pitches, but he is able to stay alive. Boy, you do whatever you can do in this situation. There's the skipper saying, let's go. He wants that run in from third badly. Right man, right place.
Another toss. Brantley easily back with the dive. Remember way back in the first when Asdrubal had that base hit, he just took such a nice, easy swing and just floated one into center field.
Oh, the pitch was helped him as well because it was elevated. It was up billed high. Gave him a little bit of swinging room. Ayala is trying not to do that.
Brantley takes off, pitches inside, full count, and Brantley has his 11th stolen base of the year.
They were just going to fake through, and, you know, they were giving him second, really. They didn't want to try and throw it through, looking at maybe a double play, figuring that Ayala might be able to get him. The ball's inside. And Brantley goes to second. Now the infield will come in with one out, runners at second and third.
And the 3-2. A high fly ball left field. Tagging up is Kearns. Gardner makes the catch. Here comes the throw, and Kearns puts the brakes on and goes back. Guess he just didn't feel like he had a good enough jump.
Well, it looked like with the throw all the way there, and you could do that in that situation. You might as well, I mean, he's going to sit and talk about it. He threw it all the way to home plate in the air. And it would have been close even if he continues. You see, out comes Gardner, and he's coming in with it. And the throw's going to make it all the way, and he just put the brakes on. Yeah, he didn't look like he had his intentions were coming home plate where he caught the ball.
Well, we've got a timeout. The Indians have runners at second and third with 2 down now. And Boone Logan, the left-hander, coming on when we come back. Second and third with 2 down. Travis Hafner coming up, and the left-hander Boone Logan coming on for the Yankees. Indians fan for 75 years. Happy birthday, Larry Nickel. 32nd appearance for Boone Logan.
Well, coming on for the 1 out, the left-hander and Travis Hafner. Boy, and there's a couple of big runs sitting out there waiting to come around. Carrying the mail. They'd love to deliver it. We'll see if Hafner can be the postmaster general here.
Postmaster General, huh?
Base hit here. That'd be a huge hit. 2 outs.
Well, Pronk has 2 hits on the night.
He's had some success against Logan. 4 for 6 in his career. Got him.
He hit him and they're loaded.
Boy, one pitch, a little slider. Looked like it went off the protective padding that he wears on that elbow. That is the 3rd Indian to be hit tonight. Little protection. He wasn't given an inch. He just stayed right there. When you wear that protection, you can do that. Look at, he didn't give an inch. It goes right off the protection. Didn't even feel it. So he takes his base and puts it on Santana.
Well, Carlos Santana tonight 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. He struck out and fouled one straight up in the air at home plate when facing Phil Hughes, the starter tonight. But with the bases loaded and 2 down, another opportunity for the Tribe. They had them loaded with 2 down in the last inning, but Chisenhall flied to left to end it. The pitch. And Carlos looks at a ball down low. Another good stop by Martin. He's done a pretty good job of keeping those balls in the dirt from getting behind him.
Well, right now, I would think you might want to get this guy to throw a strike in the zone. He hasn't thrown one yet. First pitch hit Hafner, falling behind Santana, 2-0.
Carlos has gone 5 for 9 with bases loaded this year.
Indians have been great this year with bases loaded.
And the 2-0. Back out of play. Santana trying to deliver. Big blow in this game for the Indians. They lead it 2-0. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1.
Well, now you zero in. Carlos Santana, shorten those sights down into your zone, my friend. Put a nice, short, quick swing on it if you like it. If you don't, spit on it.
The 3-1. On one hop, Rodriguez stops it and throws him out.
What a play.
Indians leave them loaded again. They've stranded 11 now in the ballgame, but they lead it 2-0.
Right now it is the top of the 7th inning. You know what? We're really excited out here that we're sending Asdrubal Cabrera and Chris Perez to the All-Star game. The Indians trying to honor them all throughout the entire home series with the Toronto Blue Jays. You can get tickets for just $13, ACAB's number, for the mezzanine, lower reserve, upper reserve, and the upper box. And then can't forget about Chris Perez. All of those outfield club seats, just $54 for those tickets. Log on to Indians.com, click on the Diamond Deals section, and a reminder, every fan that comes to tomorrow's game will get a free t-shirt. That's courtesy of the Plain Dealer. Pretty good, right, guys?
Sounds like a good deal indeed.
If she didn't have time, there's also Fireworks Friday and Saturday as well. A lot going on the rest of this week.
No question about it, man. All right, let's go now. 7th inning, Justin Masterson. Ground ball to second base.
Boy, you got to love that. One pitch. Yes, one out.
Rick, that's his 7th ground out. He has 6 strikeouts, 6 flyouts. So he had a perfectly symmetrical game before that ground out right there. All right, our Miller Taste Greatness moment. And for this one, we go back to Billy Traber, 2003?
Yes, sir. Remember that gem?
A one-hit shutout for Billy Traber.
What a game he pitched.
Up high to Nick Swisher. Good guy, too. I really enjoyed Billy when he was, here with the Indians. He was a straight shooter. He didn't make excuses. Unfortunately for him, like a lot of pitchers, just injuries, kind of short-circuited his career. But he still ended up pitching for a number of years as a reliever in the big leagues. And that's a moment that he'll always remember and cherish. Nick Swisher draws a walk. And a one-out base runner now for Jorge Posada.
Left-handers tonight, 0 for 15 off Masterson. So he's been able to control those guys. A remarkable job.
Did he go? He did not, says third base ump Jeff Nelson, the acting crew chief. There's a fly ball hit to deep center. Grady back. He's got room, makes the catch. 2 down. Back to first goes Swisher. And so Posada 0 for 3 on the night. Puts the helmet back in the rack. Brings up Russell Martin, who singled his last time up. Masterson has allowed 2 hits, and he has walked 2. Striking out 6 Yankee hitters. Not sure what the thinking is. This could be his last inning of work. He's closing in on 100 pitches, and it looks like,
boy, I'll tell you what,
about to get the bullpen up right now.
I wouldn't mind seeing him go back out there because
that's why I said I don't know what the plan is, because he has pitched very well.
Yeah, I know. When you have a very good bullpen like the Indians have, but I'll tell you what, his stuff has been electric tonight, I guess you could call it. He has been on top of his game, and he's a big, strong man.
Joe Smith is the Indians reliever who is first to get up in the Tribe bullpen. This will be the 100th pitch of the night for the Tribe right-hander Justin Masterson. And the 0-2. Hit on the ground to second. Orlando Cabrera with the flip to Asdrubal. And Justin Masterson has shut out the Yankees through 7 innings here tonight. He gets a big hand as he heads to the dugout. Time now for the Cleveland Clinic 7th inning stretch. Indians fans, let's get up and move it. Don't forget, you can stop by any one of 18 Northeastern Ohio Panini's locations and get yourself overstuffed. Log on to paninisgrill.com to find a location near you. Beautiful night in downtown Cleveland. And the Indians hold a 2-0 lead.
Beautiful game in downtown Cleveland, too, to this point. Went that way usually in game number 1 till late in the ball game, 8th and 9th innings. In game number 1.
It didn't start till the 7th, that game.
Right.
Well, the scoring didn't start. It was a great pitched game on both sides.
Right, both the 7th and 8th innings, that's when it started. But this game was a 2-run first for the Indians, and it's been zeros ever since, all the way. The Indians have had their opportunities. They have left 11 stranded tonight.
Grady Sizemore takes a strike 0 for 3 tonight. Fly ball to right. Swisher. 1 away. The Gathering Place supports, educates, and empowers individuals and families touched by cancer. Every Indians homer hit this year. Rick and I are making a donation of $5 each to the Gathering Place. Great Clips donating $50, and our total so far this year over $4,600. For more information, visit touchedbycancer.org. Great needs, great deeds, Great Clips. We haven't seen Eileen or Ben this year.
No, have not. I was just thinking about them. But it's only All-Star break. We'll hear from them, or they're pretty busy. We've been on. It seems like we've been on the road a lot, though.
Well, I mentioned it the other night, Rick. We played almost the fewest games, I believe, at home in the Central
outside of
Division.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
but we'll catch up to it here through this week, and then it's back out on the road again. But I mean, it all evens out. When it's all said and done, you play 81 home, 81 road, no matter how you look at it. Sometimes it just seems like you've been gone forever.
Swung on and missed, 1-2 the count.
I mean, you just want to play in this ballpark the way the Indians have played here this year. It's been so much fun, and been a lot of magic back in this ballpark.
10 games above 500 here at Progressive Field this year, 25-15 for the Tribe. It's a big reason why they sit atop the Central Division standings. Bounce to third. Rodriguez
Tell you what, that guy can still pick it over there at third base, can he? Ended last inning. That was not an easy play, having to go back on the ball.
With 2 down here in the 7th inning, brings up Lonnie Chisenhall. Well, we've got special birthday wishes going out tomorrow to the guy in the electric blue shirt. That's our boss.
Oh, is that right?
Jim Liberatore. We'll be celebrating
his birthday tomorrow.
His 55th birthday tomorrow. So,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jim.
He told me he was 35. He's looking up there. All right.
Sure that wasn't his handicap?
Happy birthday. No, I know it's not that. He wishes it was.
Lonnie Chisenhall 0 for 3 tonight. The 1-0 pitch. Chisenhall drives it deep right field. Swisher back, looking up, gone to Souvenir City. Lonnie Chisenhall's first home run makes it a 3-0 Indians lead.
Well, they've been working hard to try and score and add on, but one swing of the bat, they will do it on the first Major League home run of Lonnie Chisenhall. Congratulations to him. He caught a fastball, and he didn't miss it. He drove it to deep right center field, and he is not, that ball, drive to right center. He's going to drive Boone Logan out of the ball game, so they get that third run.
Nice to see the rookie get the home run off the left-hander. Logan departs. Indians fans up on their feet. Tribe on top, 3-0. Major League home run has the Tribe on top, 3-0, and now Sergio Mitre coming on with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
This is a guy that was traded to Milwaukee for Chris Dickerson earlier this year. Milwaukee ended up letting him go, and the Yankees come back and they pick him back up.
Up high to Matt Laporta. Boy, he's had a nice return to the lineup tonight.
He sure has. Defensively, and offensively, stepped right in, saw the first pitch, got a base hit. Base hit in his second at bat. People were wondering, well, they didn't send him out. They didn't feel he needed a rehab assignment, and obviously he did not. At least not tonight, because he stepped right out, stepped on the field, and picked right back up.
2-line drive. Last time up, hit the ball hard. Headed up the middle, but Robinson Cano was able to throw him out. There's Lonnie Chisenhall in the middle of your screen. His first big league blast, giving the Indians their 3rd run of the night. Derek Jeter, routine play, ends the inning. We go to the 8th. Lonnie Chisenhall with reason to celebrate tonight. His first Major League home run as the Tribe up 3-0.
Be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
Indians lead the Yankees 3-0, and we go to the 8th inning. Justin Masterson will come back out for the Tribe. He'll be facing Brett Gardner, Derek Jeter, and Curtis Granderson. As you see Jack Hanahan into the game defensively now at third base. But there is double barrel activity in that Tribe bullpen.
That's all right. They'll have the bullpen ready, but they're sending Justin back out. I mean, as good as he's been tonight, he deserves to go back out there.
Benny Pistano from the right side, Tony Sipp from the left. This is the 9th time this year Justin Masterson has pitched 7 innings or more in a game. He's just can't say enough about how well he has thrown the ball this year. The turnaround he's made from a season ago.
He's under control and looks very loose and relaxed out there. You know, 65 strikes out of 101 pitches. That's not too shabby. And especially the way his ball has been moving tonight. I mean, you go ask the Yankee hitters how they feel when this thing's over, and they'll tell you. That's an uncomfortable at-bat.
Two and 1 the count to Gardner, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Beats it into the ground again. Masterson flips. One away. Hey, for those of you who were tuning in tonight to watch Minute to Win It or America's Got Talent here on WKYC Channel 3, obviously those won't be seen because of the ball game. Those shows will be rebroadcast this Saturday morning, starting with Minute at 4:30 a.m. And America's Got Talent will air at 5:30 a.m. So set your DVRs unless you just happen to be a really early riser like Tommy Bowe.
Tommy Bowe may not go to bed tonight.
Derek Jeter drives it to right field. Sprinting back, Kearns, it's over his head. Jeter has a double with 1 out here in the 8th inning. And now 3 hits shy of the magical 3,000 hit plateau.
So he'll have 4 games to go home and do that in New York before the All-Star break. And they play Tampa Bay. But I'll tell you what, that one he left out over the plate. He's been able to pitch him inside all game long. This might be the only mistake that he made to Jeter, and Jeter drives it to right center field over the head of Austin Kearns. The ball up, out over the plate. He does damage to it. The third hit, first extra base hit.
Curtis Granderson 0 for 3 tonight. He has line to center, fly to right. Tim Belcher, Manny Acta keeping a close eye on Masterson and his pitch count. He's at 105. But it looks like he's got plenty left in the tank. Curtis Granderson looks at the ball up high. One ball, one strike, the count on Granderson. Rain delay in Boston where the Red Sox lead Toronto 6-3. Strike called, 1-2. Right back up the middle. And a nice stop by Asdrubal Cabrera. Spins and throws and got him.
Boy, a nice play.
2 down. If that gets through, there's a run in and the tying run's at the plate now.
Well, that's a beautiful play. Cabrera cheating him up the middle. And I'll tell you, he made it look. He stretches for this ball and just turns. Did not panic on the throw. Gets it out in time. Nicely done. Beautiful. They get the second out.
Mark Teixeira. And a first pitch strike. What else is new? That's been Masterson all night long. 110 tosses, 71 for strikes. Check a called strike outside corner. He went in, he goes out. It's 0-2. And this Indians crowd of just over 31,000 on their feet. Very appreciative of the job done by Justin Masterson so far here tonight. And the 2-strike pitch grounded into the hole of the shift. Asdrubal Cabrera, a sliding stop and throws to get him. A spectacular play by Cabrera to end the 8th. And the Indians lead it 3-0.
Boy, rightfully so. Look at everybody. Cabrera, 2 beautiful plays to get out of that inning, pick up his pitcher. Nicely done. Remember early in the game in that first inning, he had an error, trying to be a little too quick, and then saves him. I told you, your defense is going to pick you up and help you out, and he does that and hugs all the way around. But still got 3 outs to go.
And they know he's playing hurt, too. I mean, got the banged up ankle, but he's out there making tough plays. Scored a big run with some aggressive base running in the first inning that got him rolling. What a job by Masterson.
Oh, man,
tonight.
That's about as good as you can pitch. Big man did it tonight. 6 punch outs, just 3 hits. After they had 17 hits last night. They were 1 short of a season high. And Masterson comes back tonight and just shut him down.
Two-0 pitch. Down low, 3 balls, no strikes. Michael Brantley waits on deck. He walked him. How about that? 4 straight. Walks the leadoff man. Now the Indians will once again be looking to add to their lead. Tonight's box score brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-In Value Guarantee. Carlos Santana, Travis Hafner, the only guys in the lineup tonight without a hit. Santana did draw a walk. Grady Sizemore 0 for 4. Hit the ball extremely hard his first time up. Sent Gardner back to the wall in left field.
Well, you remember their last at bat, they started the Kearns with 1 out on the first pitch, and Brantley, they provided a beautiful hit and run. They didn't end up scoring in that inning, but the inning was set up.
Brantley finds the hole again. Kearns hits the bag at second and holds quickly. Swisher got to it in a hurry. But the first 2 aboard here in the 8th inning. And now is Drupal Cabrera, who made a terrific play in the field defensively to end the top half of this inning. And I think the mark of, and I've said this before, the mark of really good, great defensive players is they make tough plays look somehow almost routine. And that was not an easy play. And he made it look like it wasn't any big deal at all.
Well, the last 2 plays that way. And the Yankees are going to keep their bullpen going, but the Indians are going to try and add on and add to this 3-run lead.
Here's that play one more time, and just to appreciate the range and the slick fielding ability.
I think if Orlando gets that ball and he doesn't cut it off, I don't think you get him at first base because he's backhanded going away from the thing, from the base. So I don't know if he would have been able to get anything on that.
Rick, is it just me, or have you noticed a couple of times during the last few days where his Drupal Cabrera's swing getting a little long, almost as if he's...
Well, now, right there, I think he was trying to do a little damage. They got a 3-run lead. He's, he could be a little tired. He's fine. Over the weekend, he was struggling. In Cincinnati, he had a couple of tough days.
He squares. And he bunted it foul.
See, I thought they were going to try that just anyway to move him up to try and add on to 3-run lead. And, as a manager, you always would love to have that 4 or 5-run lead if he could get it. But, they gave him 1 swing, and then he fouled off the sacrifice, so now you just battle.
So an 0-2 count for his Dribble Cabrera. Mitre delivers. Got him to chase, and his dribble strikes out. So 2 on, 1 out. And that's going to bring up Travis Hafner, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. And that loaded the bases with 2 down in the 6th inning, but the Indians were unable to deliver a big blow there. Three runs on 10 hits for the Indians tonight. Pronk looks at a ball down low. No runs, 3 hits for New York. Tribe got 2 in the first, and then Lonnie Chisenhall's first major league homer in the 7th made it 3-0. Justin Masterson has made it stand up with a brilliant performance here this evening. There's a strike called to even the count of 1-1. Lonnie Chisenhall, the rookie. Travis Hafner, the veteran. .475 average on the year coming into tonight with runners in scoring position. Almost nicked him. Hafner with a 2-for-3 performance tonight means that on the year against right-handed pitchers, he's gone 37 for 105. That's like a .350 average. Mitre ready with the 2-1. He didn't give in. I think Hafner was figuring he had to come into him, and he didn't do it.
Pulled the string, threw him the changeup.
Light breeze now blowing in from right field, right center field. It was really pretty much dead calm all evening long, but just in the last 5-10 minutes, that breeze starting to pick up. And now the 2-2 to Pronk. In the dirt, full count. Two on, 1 out. 3-ball, 2-strike count here for Travis Hafner. And Sergio Mitre ready with the payoff pitch. And it's ball 4. They're loaded. He's walked 2 in the inning. Third time tonight the Indians have had the bases loaded. Carlos Santana will be the batter. We'll get a pinch runner for Hafner as Cord Phelps comes into the ball game.
Well, you could open this one up right now. You get a base knock. Prime opportunity to get at least one more, if not more.
In the dirt. Good block once again by Martin. Carlos Santana trying to remove all doubt here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Outside, 2-0. Well, now Carlos Santana can start to zero in because he knows sooner or later Mitre has got to throw a ball over the plate. Austin Kearns, who walked to lead off the inning, is at third. Brantley, who singled, is at second. And Phelps, the pinch runner, at first. Two balls and a strike.
Did that same thing to Hafner. Fell behind him and comes at him with the changeup.
Now Mitre with the 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. And once again, this crowd here tonight, 31,926. The 3-game series has drawn just over 102,000 fans. The 3-1. Ball 4-0 Cleveland. Santana draws the walk, his 41st RBI of the year. And the bases are still loaded with 1 out. And Grady Sizemore will be coming to the plate as Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, makes a trek out to the mound. That's the 3rd walk in the inning.
Well, yeah, they're just giving it to him. You know, the one single Brantley had. And it's just been the wildness of Mitre. But the Indians will take it. It's a 4-0 ball game. Now remember, they have left 11 stranded today. They still have 3 more out there. I mean, with that run there, that takes a save away for Chris Perez. You know, so I don't know who is up in that bullpen and ready to come in. Or if even maybe he may want to come in and get some work in.
Grady Sizemore steps to the plate. Down low, ball 1.
Yeah, this guy really struggling out there. You got to force him to get in the strike zone. Seems like he's falling behind with anything on his fastball, and then when he comes in, it's always a changeup or something, trying to throw it behind in the count for a strike.
Wow, 16 out of his 25 pitches have missed the strike zone. Grady with a liner to center. Granderson makes the catch. Tagging at third is Brantley. He's coming home. He scores. 5-0 Cleveland as Grady Sizemore gets RBI number 25.
You know, you take advantage of the walks. Second run in the inning.
Tonight's Fill the House for Charity goes to benefit the United Way. And with the crowd in attendance, raised $39,782.
Very nice.
Now looking to raise maybe just another run or 2.
Yeah. Never get enough, do you?
No.
Offensively, yeah, you want to keep adding on any chance you get.
7th man to bat in the inning, Orlando Cabrera with a bouncing ball to short. Jeter with the flip ends the inning. Tribe tacks on 2 more. We go to the 9th. 5-0 Cleveland. And Justin Masterson went 8 3-hit shutout innings. He'll be able to sit back and watch Vinny Pastano try to finish this one for Cleveland. Pastano on for the 35th time this year. He'll be facing Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, and Nick Swisher here in the 9th.
Well, what a job Masterson did against the left-handed hitters of the Yankees. 0 for 19 tonight against Justin. And, I mean, they were coming in, left-handers hitting over 300 again. That tells you how electric his stuff was and how his ball was moving.
There weren't many good swings when they did swing at him.
Oh, he was good. He was real good.
Bloop toward left center. Grady Sizemore can't get to it. Gave it a diving effort, but Rodriguez will hold with a long leadoff single. While Grady picks himself up and dusts himself off, we'll pause for station identification. You're watching Cleveland Indians baseball. Matt Underwood, Rick Manning with you here at Progressive Field, where the Indians lead the Yankees 5-0 in the 9th. That single by Rodriguez, the 4th hit of the night for New York, and now a blooper toward left. And back-to-back singles to start the 9th inning for the Yankees. And that's going to bring up Nick Swisher, 0 for 2 with a walk. And before long, Chris Perez is going to be up and loosening in the Tribe bullpen. And there he goes. Nick Swisher Walked his last time up. Low ball one. Shakes him off a couple of times. Now ready with a 1-0. And that's slicing down the left field line. Out of play. Stay tuned after the ball game over on Sports Time Ohio for the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care post-game show. We'll recap the highlights, and we'll look forward to the 4-game series with Toronto that will take us to the All-Star break. That's coming up right after the ball game on Sports Time Ohio. Conrad's, home of the lowest everyday tire price guarantee. For those of you watching here on Channel 3, Love in the Wild will be joined in progress.
Oh,
that almost got Swisher.
Yeah, he better be careful, man. He's overthrowing the baseball right now. That one, he was lucky to get away without hitting him.
Well, Chris Perez is just now starting to get loose.
Well, you see that one. He just held on to it a little too long, and Swisher was lucky to get out of the way.
Pastano ready with a 2-1 now. Swisher lines it toward left. Back goes Brantley. It's over his head. Rodriguez going to come around third. He's going to be waved and he will score. Cano will stop at third, and a great scoop by Santana. That gets away. Who knows? But the Yankees are on the board with 3 straight hits to open the 9th inning after Swisher doubles over the head of Michael Brantley.
Boy, it almost looked like Brantley was fooled on that ball. He went back. I think he went back thinking he was going to have a beat on it, and the thing ends up getting over his head. A little sinker down and away. And that ball was hit, I think, a little bit harder than what he thought. So A-Rod able to come around a score. Cano goes over to third base. Swisher to second. 3 straight hits. The Yankees are on the board, and out comes Manny Acta. And
he is not wasting any time.
Pastano didn't retire a hitter.
Chris Perez will be coming into a hornet's nest here in the 9th inning. The Indians lead it 5-1, but the Yankees have 2 on and nobody out. "5-1 Indians." Chris Perez, 35th time this year, looking for save number 21. He'll be facing Jorge Posada.
I guess the Yankees were thrilled just to get Masterson out of the ball game. You know, anything but that. They didn't have to face him, and they got 3 consecutive hits. So in comes Chris Perez, looking to close this one out. Posada the hitter, nobody out, second and third. They just want to get that first out.
And a bouncing ball right at the second baseman, Orlando Cabrera. There's the first out here in the ninth inning. It's now 5-2 as Cano comes home. And sliding over to third base goes Nick Swisher. Posada with his 29th RBI on the year. Russell Martin 1 for 3. And a fastball strike, 94 miles an hour. Outside edge at the knees. Swung out and missed. He went up the ladder on them there. No chance. Some of those Yankee fans who were here were making a lot of noise with those 3 straight hits to open the inning, but now the Indians fans coming right back with a roar of their own. 1-2. One-two pitch. Hit on the ground to second again. A routine play. One more time for Orlando Cabrera, 2 down. Martin with an RBI. Third run of the inning for New York. It's now 5-3. Bases empty, and Brett Gardner coming to the plate. Gardner 0 for 3 tonight. That closes the book on Vinny Pistano, who's charged with 3 runs tonight. First pitch strike to Brett Gardner. The 0-1. Oh, a breaking ball and a beauty in there. Locked him up. Strike 2 called. Everybody's up on their feet now. Chris Perez, all business. He's thrown 7 pitches, 6 strikes. And that one dipped low. Gardner able to lay off. Justin Masterson in line for his 7th win of the year. He'll be ready to exhale just as soon as Perez records this final out. Gardner digs in, 1-2 pitch. Back out of play. Here's the 1-2. Got him looking. This game's over. Chris Perez retires all 3 that he faces to nail down his 21st save of the year. And the Indians beat the Yankees by a final score tonight of 5-3. With that win, the Indians are now 46-39. They stay a game and a half in front of Detroit in the American League Central Division standings. Yankees dropped to 51-33 on the year. Winning pitcher Justin Masterson, he's 7-6. The loser is Phil Hughes. And for Phil Hughes, He drops to 0-2 on the year. Time now for our play of the game. It's brought to you by KeyBank. Thanks for making KeyBank the #1 bank in northeastern Ohio.
Well, let's go back to the 8th inning and the last 2 outs. Curtis Granderson up there, ball up the middle. Cabrera is able to stab that one, throw it out. Runner goes to third base. All right, now there's 2 outs. But this is going to end the inning and keep the shutout intact for Justin Masterson. Teixeira comes on. He snags that ball. Look at that. I mean to tell you, great defense today. Cabrera was outstanding. Masterson was outstanding. That is going to be our KeyBank key play of the game.
A great 3-game series for the Indians. They win it by beating the Yankees twice and now host the Toronto Blue Jays beginning tomorrow night. 5-3 the final score tonight. Thanks for watching.